What's up, guys? Shannon Elizabeth here. It's my birthday. I am 46 today. I don't like that number, but I'm glad to be alive. So, I'm gonna party like it's my birthday. I'm gonna drink my coffee like it's my birthday. And I'm going to tell you my story because today is not just my birthday. It is actually an anniversary that means a lot more to me. It's amazing that I made this birthday. This is my 11th year off of black tar heroin, crystal meth, and hard drugs. I do not consider marijuana to be a drug. It's medicine to me. So, anyways, I'm gonna tell you the story today of how I got off it. Sometime I'll tell you the story of how I got on it, but some notes here I was writing in my journal. So basically, back on September 6th of 2014, I was living in Yucca Valley, California, and that's right by Joshua Tree. And I remember I had been running out of heroin. My dealer had gone to jail, but I finally got some on September 5th of 2014. And I took my last shot, like when I say shot, I mean shot, intravenously of heroin at 11:51 p.m. on September 6th of 2014. And then I went outside with my precious dog, TJ Tijuana Ruffers, to smoke a cigarette, and I brought my devotional with me, Streams in the Desert, and I opened up to the entry for my birthday, because at this point it was now September 7th, my birthday. And the entry spoke about how God allows us to have free will and face the consequences of our suffering, and He will have us wait in it until He has decided He is ready to deliver us from it. He uses it as a time to educate us and to make us stronger, to make us warriors. And then when He thinks that we are ready, He'll take us out of it and then take our difficulties and create opportunities. On this day, a transformation took place. My obsession for heroin was lifted, and I discovered that I had hope. I thought maybe someday I could share my story. I could help another addict who's suffering. And maybe there's a reason why I am going through all of this. Maybe I'm going to come out of this and I still will have a purpose. I won't just be another junkie. So that night I went to bed, and I woke up with really intense withdrawals. I remember talking to my dad and my mom and my sister on the phone, and I'm like, ugh. And they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, withdrawing. And for the next week, I wouldn't get out of bed except for to take care of the pets or to get a drink of water or something. And I would, like, about a week later, I went from Yucca Valley back to LA to my doctor's office to get Suboxone. Now, Suboxone is a drug that helps you come off of heroin. It's a synthetic opiate antagonist, which means that it helps curb withdrawals and cravings, and it also blocks the effects of any kind of drug. So if I took heroin on it, it wouldn't even work. So after I got home from LA, I talked to my dad on the phone. I said, Daddy, can you come get me? He flew out a couple days later on that Saturday. We packed up the rental car, and I remember we were in the hotel room, and he had taken the pull-out bed and put me in the king-size bed, and he tucked me in like I was a little girl, and he played the song for me called Oceans. I don't know if you ever heard Oceans, but It's by Hillsong United, and it talks about having trust in God without borders. And for some reason, this song just got to me, and I cried from the depths of my soul. I've never cried like this ever in my life, never since before, and never since then. It's like I let all these years of suffering just mournfully pour out of my soul. Well, so we packed up. About 3 days later, we're driving out of town with TJ, Tijuana Ruffers, my dog, and Princess Abby, Meow, my cat, and put on the radio, and guess what plays? Oceans. So we called this trip home the Journey of Hope. And my dad, I mean, we went across the Mojave Desert, 130 miles without any gas station service. I slept the way with the cat on my lap, and my dad and I went to Winslow, Arizona, like the Eagles song, standing in a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Like, I stood in a corner in Winslow, Arizona, and so I was like, oh, okay, this is life again, you know, living. My dad prepared me for what it was like to be moving back to Indiana, and I slept a lot. I was still very sick and very weak, but I had to completely start all over again, and it was scary as hell. And I just remember getting home and into the welcoming arms of my mom, who had tears in her eyes. I had tears in my eyes. And then a couple days later, I got to see my sister and my brother-in-law and my nephew Ian, and meet 18-month-old at that time, Bren. So and I was like, okay, I'm home. And there is no reason. Doctors called me a lost cause, okay? People told my dad that he was wasting his time by going out to California to get me because I was a lost cause. I am proof that there are no lost causes. I'm a miracle. I'm a walking, breathing, living miracle. And I have just lived another year of life without heroin. And so I'm about a part of the 3% that can make it this long without relapsing. That's the odds. So if there's anybody you know in your life that is struggling, or if you want to know more about it, just hit me up on a private message. My purpose today is to help others who are suffering from addictions or any mental health issues. I've got enough issues, more issues than Sports Illustrated magazine. I've got more baggage than American Airlines, so I understand. So, but that's my real story. That's how I quit heroin on my birthday 11 years ago. Thanks for listening.